Well, hey there, kids. It's John coming to you from the High Country Hope Command Center here late at night. It's almost midnight. Had a great week. Lots of awesome stuff going on. Working out, procuring and finding new jobs. Working on getting more volunteers here. Growing our base operational team here. Several great meetings and new people added this week. You'll see some of that. Just want to try to keep giving you updates and keep you posted on what we're doing up here. Thank you so much for your prayers, your support, your encouraging words and notes. Those of you that are going to come, we're so excited about that too. But just wanted to give you a little overview here of the past week or so. Check this out. So Jess and I are going to give some more money away to Robin Bailey. We'll find out more about it here in a minute. What have you got?
Got some money.
Oh, $1,000. So Robin Bailey, is he here? We don't know yet. We're gonna find out. You do think so? No?
Nice to meet you, Robbie. Come on in. This is John.
Hey,
Howdy.
how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. Come on in. We'll sit down over here by the fire.
All right. Yeah, the water had got up under the house, and my driveway is completely destroyed. Just where it washed down the river. I mean,
Mud where it's not supposed to be.
yeah, lots of it. It's a mess. Been bad. I had over 300 trees down, and I'm talking big trees. Like, you know, I'm not even counting trees that big around. I'm counting trees like this big around. So when she installed the mobile homes, she didn't install them for 220 outlets.
I'll tell you who it's from. There's a foundation here in Boone called Project Do Good. It's Melina and Jacob. They own Common Good, which is a store here in Boone.
I started doing this because it's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Thank you, Jacob and Melina Daniels, and Project Do Good.
Yeah, amen. Randy Skinner from Feed3.org's been here training our staff.
All of a sudden now, I've got 100 projects of people's lives I'm changing. I'm building houses, I'm building bridges, I'm building roads. I'm doing the work, and you can guarantee all those people that I've helped, they're grateful. And that means that if I stand up at a community meeting and I say, hey, we need this, this, and this, I've got a couple of hundred people that could show up at that community meeting and back me, and they're going to lay down their life for me because I laid down my life for them.
Anyway, I'm happy to look down here and see this. That's the well company. Your go-to well company, Blue Ridge Waterworks. And they're here working on the well that we were able to raise $10,000 to help put this well in for
In half a mile,
Russ and Danielle.
left turn onto US 321.
Okay, honey. For Russ and Danielle and Adam and Heather's house. Excited that that's finally getting done. 4.5 months later, they can have water again. Where are we going, Cal, man?
We're heading to Elk Park and then Newlands, and we're still out here trying to get these bridges and houses rebuilt.
We just passed a bunch more piles of crap. I'll take some video of it on the way back. We're going to see Nanda. It got sent to us yesterday. His tiny home got flooded and pretty much destroyed and hauled off to try to be repaired at some place that's repairing campers and tiny homes. And then someone donated a camper to her, and the camper was a piece of junk and rotten, and the roof leaking and the walls rotting and mold, and she's living in that. Single lady, her car's messed up, she's got a flat tire, so we're gonna fix her tire and see what we can do about getting her another better living situation, and then go look at a creek in Elk River or something. That's so many of these creeks Lee and I were just talking, and got filled in with silt, and so they no longer have any depth to them. So anytime it rains, it floods out over the banks. Hell, it's going to take years to clean this mess up and rebuild. We're getting after it poco a poco, as they say in Spanish, little by little. You got anything to say?
God bless America.
There's Grandpa the mountain. I love that mountain. I love these mountains. Stuff along here. This is in the Banner Elk area. They got some of it picked up. Plum Tree, North Carolina. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Bad mudslide all the way from the top of the mountain. All right.
Started backaches.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of iffy. Straight down about 75 feet. Found Nanda. Yeah.
Buenos dias, bom dia.
I'm John.
Finally.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This
You
is
are?
Lee.
It's very nice to meet you. Yeah. So, this is
Yeah.
this is how the wood here is. Fire. So if you put your hand in here, you can see how wet it is from that hole. Stop. Let me give you. Stop.
All right.
Sit down so you can get a treat.
Anyway, it's camper she had donated is in really bad shape and leaking, rotten, moldy.
You have to be able to tire.
Lee and I, we stopped at Nanda's house, which I got footage of, and she's got a ruined tire on her, pretty close to ruined car, so we pulled the tire off and came to Spruce Pine to a tire place to put a new tire on for. We're gonna grab a little lunch at the 50s Classic Diner. There's Cowman in there getting us a table. Look at it. This is either gonna be real good or real bad, I'll let you know, while we wait on getting the new tire put on for Nanda.
Is that it? Would you like that with lemon?
Yeah.
Down here in Spruce Pine, water was almost 40 feet deep up to the water treatment plant over here in Spruce Pine got destroyed. The guy was telling me, you just see all this, and again, I keep saying it, but this is 4.5 months later. Who's coming to clean all this up? All boarded up down here still, all washed out and boarded up. Spruce Pine, people's belongings out of their house, everything they had, out here rotting on the side of the road. So we got Nanda a new tire. Thank you, Harvest House Church. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you so very much.
You can thank God and you can thank Harvest House Church in
Thank
Boone.
you. Thank God and thank you guys very, very, very much.
Amen. And tell me your name.
Elizabeth Shepherd.
What happened to you and your kids during the storm?
Water up to here. We decided to go to the neighbors. So I grabbed the kids, I grabbed the dog, and we go to the neighbors, which is only like probably another foot up off the ground. So we're in their camper, and they're no better. They've got water up to here, and we're panicking most of the time because the car's covered, golf carts are covered. We have nowhere else to go. We're stranded. My fiance was like, look, we've got to get the kids out here. We're going to drown. My littlest one's crying. He's screaming, Mama, Mama, I don't want to die. And I said, come here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pray. We gathered up around the circle and we held hands. We was like, Lord, you know our situation. Send us help because we have no help. So we got to the roof. I put my foot here on the lower part and then up on the top part. And I told my fiance, start sending me the kids. One by one, we hoisted them up, and when we're up there, it's kind of tilting, so I'm like, sit still. Just sit down, sit still. So one by one, we get them up there sitting down, then we get our dog up there, and then we start screaming for help, and we're screaming for help, and 5 guys come out of nowhere. They hear our screams, and they're like, okay, we're gonna help. They came with extension cords and rope and tied off to anything they could get. They went through a car window, they went through the golf carts, and they made a line to the landlord's house, Chris's house. And one by one, they must get in the water. And I was the first one in, and I went in the water and I passed out completely. I was out. So a guy just grabs me and starts hoisting me across. I woke up in the middle of it and I'm like, I can't breathe, you know, because the water was so cold. And I was like, please don't put my baby in my water, please. He don't know how to swim. I've got an 8-year-old and a 15-year-old, both boys. My 15-year-old knows how to swim, my 8-year-old don't. So I was like, please don't put him in the water. I didn't know what to do to his body. So they hoisted him over their shoulders all the way across. That's our story. I mean, we got to safety and then we spent 2 nights in a shelter. And then we ended up getting a camper donated to us through Burnsville Fire Department. And Burnsville Fire Department gave us this, and we have a roof over our heads because of it, so I'm grateful. You guys have made a true difference. You're heroes in my eyes, because without you guys, we wouldn't have nothing. So thank you.
Now we're coming up backside of Beach Mountain. Anyway, thousands of trees down. Lee was just saying they'll be there till they rot into the ground 15 years from now. Is that what you said? Sure is pretty up here.
In 1 mile, keep right.
Well, some places, if you get a macro view, you can't even tell anything happened. Then you come around, turn, and see all the wreckage up close. Like here, for instance. Oh my gosh. Wow.
This is a landslide.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Now I can't see the forest for the trees. Ugly. Imagine not having power for 4 months.
Who did?
Burnsville. 2 Sundays ago, they just got the power back on in parts of Burnsville after over 4 months with no power. It's hard to believe.
Like file us. That's not for something like that. You see, I gotta look at something and then
There's a bunch of deer. What y'all doing?
you want to do that?
Hey kids,
Alright, we're like,
Hey. what are you doing? We're gonna assess this situation. She's got the creek. I'm trying to talk. I've had a long, hard day. Emotionally and mentally and physically. Not really physically. The creek flooded so bad it washed her back deck off. You can see that. Right here, at least it's still there and can be put back. But a lot of the creeks around here, like you see those trees in the water right there? Here and here. Those trees weren't in the water before. The creek was over there, and it was about 6 feet deeper, and all the mud and silt filled it in, so it raised the whole level of the creek up. Excuse me. So now when it rains, instead of the creek level being 6 feet down this bank where I'm standing now, the level's already up here, so it doesn't even need to flood a foot, and it's out into here. And our septic system's over here, and so it's flooding our septic system anytime it rains any little bit. So this whole entire creek from way up there above our house all the way down through here and all the way down around that corner is going to have to be dug out, dredged out. Well, he's good at it.
Hard time.
He's the dredge king. I just thought I'd sit down here a minute out here by the creek and rest my weary mind and bones. It's a big job. Some of it's been done already, but there's a lot more to do. We'll get some people in here and some equipment in here, and I can come sit right there and supervise, you know. That's the supervisor's chair right there. 4:59, it's 5 o'clock, and we're over at Miss Joy's. This is where we put that bridge back in, 2 bridges. I brought Lee back to pick up the dump truck. There you go. Hey, good to see you. I'm gonna go say hi to Miss Joy and check on her. I see smoke coming out of the chimney. We brought her a load of firewood a while back during that cold spell. See all that? Yeah, hey, Smokey. I love this lady. She's awesome. Hello. I came to see you. Get that camera away. Well, it has been a long, emotional day. And 3 or 4 counties, I don't know, we probably went 120 miles or 50 miles today. But a nice way to finish it at Miss Joy's. Have a cup of coffee and sit by the wood stove and listen to her play guitar and us tell stories. So I'm thankful for that. Father, thank you. So today, again, wrapping up day 139, 4.5 months later. I've seen so much ugly, terrible stuff today. I've cried several times today. Lee and I driving around 3 or 4 counties, trying to help people and try to keep our spirits up and not feel overwhelmed by it. And I'm driving home now. I'm back in Boone, and I look over and I see this, and I remember how big and how beautiful God is.